In this video, I'd like to show you how to take the results of the class survey and put it into a usable Excel spreadsheet. Okay, your students cannot actually view the results of the survey unless you do this and post it back into D2L. Okay, so you want to navigate to your course, and I have several, so I'm going to choose this one. So you go into your course, then you want to go to content items at the top navigation bar, click the drop down arrow and go to surveys. Okay, we want to do the class survey, so I'm going to click on it, open it up. When you get to the screen where it says edit survey, class survey, I'm going to click on the drop down arrow at the end, and I want to view the reports. Okay, so I'm going to click on reports. There are two different reports that you can view. You can view a summary, which shows is the summary of all of the people who've done it, or you can look at it individually. I prefer to use the summary, so I'm going to click on Survey Summary. It asks for the dates. I'm going to use whatever the default dates are from the time it opened at the beginning of the semester until the date that I'm pulling it. And then I want to have it generate an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so I'm going to click Generate Excel. Quite honestly, I was a little disappointed with how the data is displayed. In previous semesters, we had used Google Forms to do the survey, and it actually automatically generates a beautiful Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, and you don't have to go through this whole process. So my intent in spring 2020 is to go back to Google Forms. So once it's generated it and it's downloaded it, I'm going to open the Excel spreadsheet. I need to enable editing. And here's what has happened. If you expand out some of these, it gives you the question. And so the first question, for example, is in which way are you taking this course? And the two check boxes, the choices were face-to-face or web-based. And so what D2L has done in this report is they've already summarized it. It tells you that 13 responses indicated they were web-based and it was face-to-face. Well, I can't use that. I need the 13 individual responses. So I know that I had 13 that were web-based, and there may be a better way to do this, but this is how I did it. Okay, so I created a spreadsheet. Let me pull it up. And in the first column, I labeled it class format. And so I know I have 13 responses, and it needs to be web or web-based if you want to be the same as the, okay? So I would type web-based in the first one. Then I can go back and I can copy that. I'm just going to paste it into the document 13 times. Okay? I know that's not the easiest thing to do. It's probably not the best way to do it, but it works. For the second question, it's to ask on which campus are you taking it? And again, it gives them a drop box, okay? And it looks like on this particular question, perhaps some students answered incorrectly, because if it's a web-based course, they should be all e-learning, okay, in terms of the campus. So again, I may have to make some corrections there, because obviously if they're web-based, it's all e-learning. So again, it's already summarized for you, kind of like a frequency distribution. So again, under campus, I would put e-learning, and I'm going to indicate that for all 13 because it's a web-based course. Again, you're not getting really a true picture because of the way the data ends up being displayed by the report from D2L. So again, I do that 13 times. Then I go back to the spreadsheet. The next question is age. And you have the 13 responses. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the first response, hold down the shift key, arrow down, and highlight all the ages. And then I can just copy them. Okay, these are individual responses. So I'm going to copy and I put them into the spreadsheet. Now, one of them added the word 19 or added the word years. And so for it to be consistent, I need to get rid of that. I went ahead and retyped over these numbers to kind of get them in the right spot in the spreadsheet. Again, it's probably a little bit more work than you want to do. I realize that. I do apologize. I was not aware of how the report was going to come out. Okay, so I've got the ages put in there. Then I go back to the next question, and it is the question on what is your pathway or your major. And again, because it was a checkbox issue, it gives you a summary of those, like a frequency distribution. And so then I'm going to have to recreate those. The downside is I don't know which one goes with which student, so I may not be matching them up. Again, I'm not getting good results. They'll be usable for what we're doing, but not ideal. Okay, so I'm going to make a note. I have 2 business administration, 2 education. I have 5 nursing, 4 that are other, and none that are psychology. And I had 13 responses. 2 and 2 is 4, and 5 is 9, plus 4 is 13. So I want to make sure that it does total to 13. And then honestly, because I don't know which one goes with which, I just type them in alphabetical order. Again, it's not ideal. And again, I apologize, but I'm new to D2L. Okay, so I get it all typed in. Oops. Other. Okay, and then I go back and I do the same for the birth months. Again, when it gives me a summary, I have to retype those. And when I do the county of residence, notice how some of them have the word county, some don't. So again, I would correct that so that they all read the same. Make sure, like for example, if I copy these for county of residence, I'm going to skip over birth month for now. Okay, copy the county of residence. Again, I really don't know which one goes with which student, but I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. Okay, so if I put in the county of residence, again, I notice some of them are capitalized, some of them are not, some of them. Okay, so to make it consistent when you use the sort feature, you want to make sure that each one is capitalized or is typed in the same way. So I'm going to take out the word county. I'm going to capitalize each one of them. So that again, when I go to sort, it'll sort properly because they're all typed in the same way. Okay, so once you get everything typed in, of course, then you can save your document. Okay, so I will save the document, and then you can repost that spreadsheet up to D2L. Okay, if I wanted to post this up to D2L, and they need it for project 1, I'm going to move over to module 1 and locate where project 1 is located. Go to that sheet. You have to edit the HTML. Okay, so I'm going to edit HTML. And then I can scroll down. And where it says data set will be added later, I can then, I want to insert stuff, and I want to do it from my computer. And then you're going to go through and choose the file that you select, that you named that spreadsheet. Okay. I hope this helps. Again, it's not ideal. I really do prefer the version of Google that we get from Google Forms, and next semester we'll revert back to that. For now, hopefully you can get it sorted. If not, contact me or send me your spreadsheet and I will break it apart for you.